Today's topic: husband 25 and I, 24 female, had threesome he wanted. He left in the middle of it. How do I proceed? My husband and I have been together 8 years and married for 3. He had an active sex life. We had an active sex life and had a very good romantic relationship. In the past month and a half, we have been talking about opening the relationship to be able to experience things together. I have only known him and he has had other experiences. We have very close friends who have an open relationship for the entire friendship, and we're in talks of doing something together with our female friend. We have spent a very long time talking about how we only want this to be physical and not emotional. We set up rules and made sure that if we proceed with this, we must be very open and communicate everything. After a lot of back and forth and prep, we have decided we do want to go forward with this and plan to get together one of these days since we are in a different state. We traveled yesterday to visit our friends and see family. He did not mention anything about doing things today with said friends, and I expected today to be just a very platonic to get together. Towards 11:30 p.m., he told me he wanted to do things with her, and very shortly after that, he pulled me to the side to let me know that towards 11:30 p.m., he told me he wanted to do things with her, and very shortly after that, she pulled me to the side to let me know that my husband expressed that to her. I did not want to be involved at first since 1, he did not state that it was a three-way, and 2, I was exhausted. Fast forward, after some truth or dare exercises, I got involved and it was great. I went to shower quickly and prep while they continued alone, and by the time I came back, he got off and they were waiting for me. We continued and it was honestly fun. Sometime after I got off, he just stared at us, ignored our calls for an invitation, and he just left the house. My friend and I quickly got dressed and we ran out to follow, confused. He was expressing how he was feeling insecure and jealous, and that it completely killed his mood. Without going into extreme detail, we asked our friend to give us space, and my husband basically said he didn't like seeing me in that situation and that the sex was unfair. It was 2 a.m. by this point, and I didn't want to look insane arguing outside, so after some back and forth, I told him we can continue inside. He explained that he felt bad once he saw that she was going down on me and I was having fun. He let a bottle up, and instead of saying anything, he just walked out. At first, I was trying to understand and try and talk about this more until my friend mentioned that they talked about this prior and that she thought he would be okay. I was very confused because I thought this was a last minute thing. Turns out he has been sexting her and talking to her about this for a month, all the while telling her that I knew. She was very open and handed me her phone and showed me all the texts and the messages where she reiterates that I need to be told / made aware / be okay with it, and he always told her I was good with it. This is where it all went to shite. He has been lying to all of us. He has been keeping secrets. He's been keeping things secret, and worst of all, he worded / did things in a way so that I am in a position to just agree with it. I had a very serious and harsh conversation with him in front of our friends that what he did broke all of the rules we set. I even found out he came in her during this. We are fighting until 6 a.m. I genuinely don't know if we can come back from this. It's not about sex, it's the line and throwing back blame to me. He does this often. Halfway through me tearing him a new one, he admitted to his faults and provided no excuses. He genuinely thought that this wasn't going to be a problem because I agreed to explore too. He said that the sex was unfair because it felt like I was getting special service and not him. By the time I got involved, it was already finished. Everything led to him basically acting out because I got involved in the sex. He just wanted me to let him have fun, but won't accept that I want to as well. He left back to our home state, and I will be staying here for another 2 weeks. Why are you staying there for another 2 weeks? I don't even know how to feel, and I have been jumping from sad to mad to nothing. I'm sorry if this isn't as detailed or if it's messy. It's missing a lot, but this is the first time I'm writing a post this long ever. I can provide more details in question. I know that this stemmed from an insecurity from him, but I would like some advice on how to approach him with this and see why he genuinely thought this would be okay. How do I proceed with this? What can I do to help him understand that what he did was not okay at all? Commenter 1, I get that, but it's supposed to be a threesome. You would think she would be like, hang on a second, let's wait for her. Original poster replies, she did. She kept inviting me and talking me through my anxiety. We are very close friends and trust each other 100%. He kept reassuring her that I knew, so she did not push very hard. Throughout all her messages, she always brought me up and how I should know. Commented 2. I get that, but it's supposed to be a threesome. You would think she would like, hang on a second, let's wait for her. Okay. Commented 3. For all we know, he could have lied to her about that too. Oh, don't worry. She wants us to get things started while she gets ready. Commented 2. That's very possible, but it still seems weird to me as it was planned to be a threesome. Yeah. Original poster replies, we planned a threesome, but he went out of his way to ask for a one-on-one behind my back, and I seriously wouldn't have minded at all if he was at least very honest with me. I mean, right now you're probably spending time with her for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm serious about the same thing. Commenter 4, why hasn't she spoken to you about the messages all within the months if you are such close friends? True, good question. All of us are extremely close friends, but have 100% trust in each other. Really? If she told me tomorrow she's a bird, I would ask what type of seeds are your favorite. She kept us reassuring her and taking advantage of that trust. Even this would somehow to get involved. I doubt that friendship with him would remain untainted. Okay, update following the. I wanted to provide some more info. I told him to seek therapy, refuse to do anything / talk until he gets some sessions in. This way I can also have some time for myself as well as enjoy my time visiting friends and family. For 2 weeks. He has already signed up to some programs and is waiting for an appointment according to other mutual friend. 2, I don't really care about sex and I'm not emotionally attached to the act itself, just him. I can't live the rest of my life without it, but I completely love my husband and I want to bang with him. He was very much telling me for weeks that he was on the same page as me. We collect our nut and go. He obviously lied about that. 4, my friend didn't even know he came in her until I rejoined and he said it. We were both shocked, but she's on because she's on birth control and thoroughly cleaned out as much as humanly possible. 5, I thought he knew when I yelled at him non-stop for like 4 hours. I just don't know if she actually understands what he did. I seriously do not care about this sex / sexting if he just told me about it. 6, we friends and I have 100,000% trust in each other. Oh, goodness me. Anyway, I'm not going to read the rest because for me it sounds... not to say like it sounds like gibberish, but it sounds irrelevant to me. In the first place, if your relationship was going well, why would you want to open your relationship up? Because this is almost like, in the movie plays when everything is going on well initially, then later on, the writer of the movie or the play or the book kind of like throws the main protagonist into some set of trials to kind of will I say, to show that maybe he's human, and for him to overcome it, to show that how to just show his growth in a sense. And I feel in this particular case, these people are just throwing themselves into a mess willingly. The relationship seemed to be going well, and somebody decides to say, let's open this relationship up, because it can't just be both of them that just brings up the idea. It has to be one person that brought up the idea. The other thing to I've realized is when the person that brings up the idea, usually at times tends to have 1 foot out of the door, or they already have a particular person that they have in mind that they want to bang. That's the way it strikes me. Yeah. So anyway, going forward, the one thing I noticed, because initially when reading the story, I was curious about who brought this up. Who's the main person that instigated this idea? And I was initially going to say him. Because why? Okay, because he has been sexting behind the back or whatever. Yeah, that was the reason I was thinking, like, he seems really eager. The thing though is, like, she's not giving us, we don't really know if she too was doing something behind the scenes, because this is her story. But I am a little bit more inclined to believe that it is her, because usually when people are writing the story, say something for help, or in this kind of scenario, they tend to state who was behind instigating this idea of a threesome incident. It never stated that he was the person, so it makes me think that there's a chance, because usually when people are writing a story or telling their story, they try to give in the perspective where they are the main protagonist, like they're the good person. Yeah, so that's why I'm more inclined to believe that it's her. Another point is, I do not get why she's still with your friends for 2 weeks. It makes me think like you're being disingenuous. You're trying to have your own fun, even though you know that, and you're telling the guy to go seek therapy while you're running away. So, which to me sounds or comes across as disingenuous to me, in a way. Yeah, and the other thing too is, like, he even walking away after he choosing to walk away after the whole he saw you acting is childish in my opinion, because you both already had an agreement. But yeah, but that's really, really childish, and given that you guys already had an agreement as to how the procedure will get. But even about the agreement, there's something about a threesome that I'm always curious about. Like, do you guys state that I'm gonna spend this time with this person, you cannot comment this person, you can it's maybe the girl has to be the main person that he's smashing, or are you acting like the supporting character? It's like, either ways, it just strikes me like somebody's gonna be jealous, or it's gonna be messy. After all, like, there was once a time that a friend, if someone else seen, kind of suggested this to me. Like, she wanted me to get in with another lady at the time that I thought that was really, really pretty. That was a friend of ours too. But I would never do this personally, but still, the other one of the main reasons too I was of the opinion that I would never do this is because one, I knew how this particular girl that brought up the suggestion felt about me, and I was thinking, if, let me say for instance, I decided to go with it and I decided to smash her and a friend, the thing I was thinking is I will probably smash more of a friend because she's like new meat, but how would she feel? Would she be okay with it? She would probably be mad. Like when I start thinking about all these dynamics of how it's gonna go, plus even opening up your body, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there was another friend too that suggested this. He's usually at the gym, and it's like he suggested that there are a bunch of gym girls that want to try like the BBC, whatever, yeah. And he was suggesting that I should come with him to doing this kind of stuff. I definitely said no because first of all, like, two guys, and I don't know, I just feel kind of insecure. Like, I mean, three persons just feels like a party, like it's too much. Plus I view sex to be like a private act, like it's not so many people. Yeah, so it's like, and the time was like, are you insecure? Are you all these things? It's fine. I get it, he's done it before and they've done it numerous times, but even me thinking another dude, what if, because sometimes some of these people are kind of bi and you don't want something to just crawl up behind you while you're in the act. But anyway, that for me, that's part of the dynamics I kind of like think about that makes me kind of confused and kind of just like I'd rather not do it always. Yeah, another one is, but yeah, I don't personally, I wouldn't do it. And even when you're setting up rules like this to say, hey, don't do this, don't come in her, you focus on her this amount of time, you're doing this, for me it's like, yes, there's too many rules to just have sex. And it's like you're setting up safety protocols to handle something that is very brittle, and you're tiptoeing across so many red lines that it just means that probably you shouldn't do it. To me, that's the way it comes across, like you're setting up too many boundaries. It's like in a relationship, if that's the case, you might as well not just proceed, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, now this other one comes to my last thought on this is just more of, I notice a lot of polyamorous couples, they like to state that, oh, I have 100% trust in each other, we communicate and all this. They try to make it seem as though like they are the adult and we the children. They're more mature, they know how to run a relationship and everybody's happy. In most cases, I don't know most polyamorous relationship that goes for a long time. I mean, that for what I know, like say like even longer than 3 years. Somebody usually, no matter how you try to make this seem like everyone is 100% in it and everybody trusts each other and everybody is like really communicative, you're still opening Pandora's box. Yeah, for me, I just think it's unnatural. You can spread a lot of germs too and diseases by having more people to this stuff. Imagine he even went raw on that girl, which is, you don't know what that girl has been where she's been. And now if you're gonna have intercourse with your partner, you're gonna probably spread if she has anything. Not saying that she has anything, maybe they discussed it, but I just feel like the more you keep opening the relationship, things are bound to get really, really messy in terms of feelings involved, diseases, so many other things. So personally, I won't do it. If someone were to, let me say, a friend or a brother were to ask me, or anybody, I would probably just say, don't do it. Don't do it, I would say. If you're looking to, if you had strong feelings for someone outside of a relationship, probably just break it off and maybe go pursue that, rather than, because even if you're opening your relationship to me, I think that it's a very long route of you breaking your relationship. Yeah. But anyway, that's it for me. Like and subscribe. Otherwise, see ya.